Moving on, several parts of northern India, including the national capital New Delhi, was covered in a thick blanket of fog early on Wednesday. The visibility in the national capital dropped to about 50 meters and movement of traffic was disrupted. The Delhi airport faced multiple delays affecting approximately 110 flights. 4 flights were diverted to Jaipur, while several trains arriving and departing from the national capital were also delayed due to low visibility on Wednesday morning. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecast that dense to very dense fog conditions are likely to continue over northwest and parts of adjoining central India during the next 96 or 3 to 4 days.
देखिए, ये जो घना कोहरा है हमारे पास लास्ट 3 दिन से चल रहा है दिल्ली एनसीआर में, जिस समय सवेरे के समय विजिबिलिटी 50 मीटर या उससे नीचे जा रही है। और कल भी ऐसी सिचुएशन थी जो कि विजिबिलिटी हमारे पास सवेरे लगभग 10 बजे तक 200 से कम थी, और आज भी अभी देखेंगे तो विजिबिलिटी 150 मीटर से कम चल रही है पालम में। तो ये सिचुएशन कल भी थी हमारे पास और आज भी है। इसके लिए हमने कल येलो अलर्ट जारी, ऑरेंज अलर्ट जारी किया हुआ था दिल्ली एनसीआर के लिए, और ये जो है आप देखेंगे जैसे जैसे दिन प्रोग्रेस करेगा उसके बाद इम्प्रूव करेगा।
But for more on the story, 96 hours is what the prediction is, 3 to 4 days. Jessica Thaneja joining us live from the national capital to get us the latest on the freaky weather in the national capital. Jessica, good afternoon. Give us the latest when it comes to the weather conditions now, and how are people, especially traveling in and out of Delhi, since the going is tough, how are they now trying to rather circumvent or get their plans for New Year, back on track?
Well, this time around, as it is slightly unexpected, a huge dense fog had covered Delhi early morning. As you pointed out, nearly 50 meters of visibility or less in a few parts. Not to mention the air quality index has also dipped in a few parts of the national capital. I think in Anand Vihar, if the estimates are correct, and if I recall correctly, the AQI was recorded more than 381, which is a level above the air quality that was witnessed in the last few weeks, where it had improved, and how pathetic and worse it was in the month of October leading up to Diwali. So of course, not just the fog, but the underlying health implications that come with this fog, because we're seeing an increase in AQI as well in parts of the city, could be a factor that would prevent people from stepping up. But it's the festive season and there's no stopping excited people out there hoping to see and meet their family and friends outdoor. But I spoke to the Indian Met Department chief just a while ago, who also said that according to the bulletins he's received, the conditions are going to continue for the next 2 days or so, maybe in the third day as well. But tomorrow and day after, as you also pointed out, we're going to see dense fog in the national capital. There have been various advisories issued which say that stepping out at early morning timings, especially before 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. is not advisable, because there is no visibility, and you see a lot of planes and a lot of trains also being halted. A lot of flights have been cancelled. More than 125 flights have been cancelled this morning, and of course trains as well. So we're looking at a lot of traffic both at the airports and as well as the railway stations, not to forget the bus stops as well. So expect a lot of people on the streets despite such conditions.
It's the festive season. Schools are still open, especially in national capital, the NCR region. Is there any advisory when it comes to schools to rather delay timings, or maybe, the children getting an early New Year break?
Well, that could be a possibility given the conditions on the road. As I pointed out earlier, parts of New Delhi are seeing visibility as low as 50 meters. Of course, children then taking the buses and reaching school could be problematic, and for parents as well this early morning. And it has become cold in New Delhi over the last few days, and there have been reports of COVID-19 cases also that are being reported, though sporadic, not a major concern. But all of these issues combined will certainly make the authorities take relevant decisions given the current of times we're living in. Nothing expected so far. Jessica, the children, I think, would continue to go to school, but we can expect if the weather conditions worsen, there could be a different notification altogether.
Okay, Jessica, you take good care of yourself. You're outside there. Thank you. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon.